Breaking news tonight, Sean Diddy Combs has been arrested in a Manhattan hotel this evening after a grand jury indicted the music mogul. His attorney tells CNN that he is currently being processed. The charges are unclear as of this moment.
Ice Cube exposed Jay-Z's alleged involvement in certain illegal activities following Diddy's recent arrest and legal troubles. Diddy, who is facing serious charges including allegations of misconduct and trafficking, will now expose the involvement of Jay-Z. Some sources claim Diddy is prepared to retaliate by revealing incriminating details about Jay-Z potentially involving misconduct done by him.
Diddy has been arrested in New York City after a grand jury indictment, and we have the breaking news. Though charges in the indictment are unknown, Billboard has confirmed the arrest. The rap mogul has been hit with at least 8 civil lawsuits alleging sexual abuse over the past year. Now, according to TMZ, Diddy was taken into federal custody at the FBI's Manhattan field office. In a statement to Billboard, an attorney for Diddy said, "We are disappointed with the decision to pursue what we believe is an unjust prosecution of Mr. Combs by the U.S. Attorney's Office. Sean Diddy Combs is a music icon, self-made entrepreneur, loving family man. He is an imperfect person, but he is not a criminal." We'll keep you posted as the story develops. For everything we know, head to Billboard.com.
A recent appearance on the PBD podcast, Ice Cube shared his thoughts on the multiple legal allegations against Diddy. Ice Cube described hip-hop as the Wild West and implied that these legal battles are part of a larger pattern of high-profile figures within the industry.
You're hearing Diddy everywhere, okay?
Yeah.
So, did you ever have any kind of run-in with Diddy? Did you ever do anything with Diddy? Any projects you worked on with him?
He produced a few records, or had his producers do a few records on my War and Peace album, the Peace Disc. Yeah.
How was he to work with?
It was cool. He gave us great music. We flew out to New York, and I was mainly in the studio with the producer. He had a stable of producers, so I was in the studio with his stable of producers, and I think we did some great music.
Yeah. Any specific reason?
Yeah, they was doing their thing, I was doing mine. And I'm not the partying type. You know what I mean? I ain't never been to a Diddy party. I ain't never really wanted to go, but I don't go to a lot of people parties. That just ain't what I'm in it for. You've been to one, you've been to them all.
Are you surprised at what things are coming out with Diddy at all, or you're like, you have no idea? It's none of my business. You'll live longer. Kind of like the mindset.
I'm surprised. How could you be surprised with anything that happens in hip hop? It's so. You're gonna have the good, you're gonna have the bad, you're gonna have the ugly.
You think he's being targeted, or some of the stuff he's got, there's credibility on what they're coming after him with the tapes and the feds and raiding his Miami home, his LA home?
I believe he's being targeted.
You believe he's being targeted?
Yeah. I believe, somebody, has the power to pull the trigger to make, this stuff, this domino effect happen.
So you don't think, Suge said, you can say what you want about Diddy, but Diddy didn't learn to like young boys. He learned it from a man named Clive Davis. He threw Clive Davis in there. It doesn't sound like you're part of that.
Jaguar Wright recently stirred controversy by claiming on a podcast that Jay-Z is involved in allegations with Diddy. While Jaguar Wright is known for making bold statements about industry elites, there is no concrete evidence supporting these accusations.
Oh, who's next?
Y'all don't see the lineup?
Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up. Why is everyone having such a hard time? He ain't doing shit different. He lined up D-Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and took his love. Lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one.
Yeah, shout out D. Haven. He actually hit us up, wanted to tell this story.
You need to talk to D. Haven.
We need to talk to him.
I told you that last year when I put you on the phone with him.
You did.
I want you to think about this. Allegedly, Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane.
Jaguar Wright has made multiple controversial claims about prominent figures in the music industry, including Diddy and Jay-Z. She has accused Diddy of being involved in various suspicious activities, including allegations that he may be linked to the deaths of key individuals from Uptown Records, suggesting that several people connected to him mysteriously died after beginning work on Teller books.
He is the most shameful thing I've ever done. There is nothing that I experienced with that person that has not inspired shame except for Unplugged. That was the purest moment. For me, it was all done in love for music, love for all that was there, love for the culture. I hate the fact that we did it all for a culture vulture. I still got the footage.
There you go. There you go.
And in 1 week, Jay-Z Unplugged, the actual whole concert, from beginning to end, will be viewed and able to be viewed on RealJag.com. Come and see the history. Come and see the power of that moment, the amazing things that we did with our bodies and our minds and our spirits. There was not one person in that room that was not elevated that.
The music industry, especially in that era, provided men in powerful positions the ability to exploit vulnerable, often young women under the guise of mentorship and career advancement.
Beyoncé is allegedly running and hiding with the kids after Diddy's lawsuits continue to mount and her time is limited, because many people are saying that her husband Jay-Z is next. So Queen Bey gave Jay the impression she was going to be there for him through thick and thin after surviving multiple affairs. But she had to call it quits as Jay is allegedly facing prison time after his alleged involvement with his best friend Diddy in trafficking. Bey is allegedly separating her assets with Jay to protect her brand after allegedly secretly filing for divorce from him back in June. Bey and Jay knew about Diddy's wrongdoings, so they could be considered accessories to the crime, and some are saying they might be a little more involved with the Colombian dancing powder than we originally thought. Bey specifically might be investigated after it was speculated across the internet that she may have allegedly deleted her competition and may have allegedly had Jay's mistress Kathy White murked. This is why Bey is releasing albums and going on concert, because she's trying to stack that paper before the charges ring.
Jay-Z's relationship with Foxy Brown is particularly significant due to her age and the power disparity. Despite being a successful rapper at the time, Jay-Z had significant control over Foxy's early career, making the accusations of their relationship, whether true or not, a reflection of the broader issue of exploitation in the industry. Foxy herself has never confirmed these allegations, but rumors persist, likely because the music industry had little oversight of such power dynamics in the 90s.
Jay-Z and Diddy share a very close bond. Diddy recently revealed that only 2 individuals can call him by his birth name, Jay-Z and his mother. But Cassie and the record producer's accusations against Diddy have cast shadows over their relationship, because Diddy seems like the new Epstein. Jay-Z faced scrutiny over his alleged romantic involvement with Foxy Brown, who was just 15 years old at the time of signing her.
Allegedly a romantical thing. It's all right, I'll say alleged, but we know. Yeah, she hit it before Beyonce.
Allegedly, Jay-Z orchestrated this relationship in exchange for a Hollywood career, even paying her hush money. Jay-Z's longtime friend and former business partner, Dame Dash, allegedly confirmed the truth. So in this tangled web of fame and secrecy, Jay-Z and Diddy find themselves at a crossroads. So in case you didn't know,
Dame Dash has been openly critical of Jay-Z's association with R. Kelly, especially after R. Kelly's history of predatory behavior became public knowledge. Dash was dating Aaliyah at the time, who had a problematic and illegal marriage to R. Kelly when she was underage, despite Dash's personal. Her relationship with Aria. Jay-Z continued to collaborate with R. Kelly, releasing the best of both worlds and engaging in tours together.
That's what my point was. How is nobody saying nothing about it? Like, this nigga raping girls. They know that it was a girl. He said he married a 15-year-old. And everybody at that point, until it became common, or like it became the in thing to do, wasn't nobody disrespecting R. Kelly. Everybody was still going to his shows. until it became popular opinion, people weren't looking the other way. So what I was disappointed in every fan that didn't care that this dude was raping a little girl. And actually, tried to, you can't sugarcoat it. You cannot marry a 15-year-old, period, in America. You understand what I'm saying?
The fact
but
that
she died in a plane crash. It ain't no conspiracy there.
Yeah.
There is no conspiracy. Oh, that? No,
Yeah.
we all knew what was going on. He made it record.
You're in the world.
No, it was common knowledge that he was married to Aaliyah, or he painted that picture of him being sexually with her at 15.
Yeah.
That was publicized. It wasn't no conspiracy. Everybody knows. The question is, why you're in the Army, why didn't you think that was weird?
Oh, for sure I thought it was
So
weird.
did you still listen to him?
Listen to who?
R. Kelly.
At that time?
Yeah.
I'm sure I did.
Knowing that he was having sex with a 15-year-old as a grown man?
I mean, are you kidding me? The stuff that we heard with Michael Jackson, everybody's trying to verify and say,
That's
is
not my
that
question.
even possible?
The reason why I'm asking you this is so
Yeah.
you know the DNA and the problems I have to deal with. Even though a smart man like yourself knows something is wrong.
Dash has expressed deep discomfort with this collaboration, viewing it as a betrayal of the ethics he believed they shared when he did the record with him with Jay. That's why I was that was almost like one of the things where I was just like, he's out of here, Jake, I just let it go, cuz. I couldn't believe he did a project with her with R. Kelly, knowing that he had raped my girl Foxy Brown. Has been silent on the details of her relationship with Jay-Z, but rumors of a relationship between them persist. We didn't shame Jay-Z when Foxy Brown came out, and said, man, Jay-Z was me when I was 16 years old with that whore. Foxy Brown said that did nobody shame a Dame Dash when he got with A right after R. Kelly. Man, we can go on and on. Foxy was signed to Jay-Z's Rockefeller Records at a very young age, and their close working relationship fueled speculation that their connection was more than professional. While there has been no legal investigation into these claims, they remain part of the broader narrative about the treatment of women in hip-hop during that time. Foxing W should be coming up so long. Work with her. Yeah, you guys work pretty well together. Yeah, it's that.
That male-female you.
Know what I mean? Point of view though, you just that our point of view ass soul strong that it has to be, you can't be ignored, you know what I mean? It's like an ordinary point of view, it's like very controversial, you got to speak about it, so it's cool, you guys get one pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fox, she's a baby, but she listens to me, you know what I mean? She's tough, you know what I mean? She's strong, she's a brat, but she listens to me, so it's cool, you know what I mean? Baby girl, she's good, she cool. People, the allegations against Jay-Z and Diddy illustrate a common theme in the 1990s music industry, particularly in hip-hop. Both moguls have been accused of manipulating power dynamics to exploit young women, a person that gets neglected. And I know in the 90s was different. A lot of older guys messed with the girls that were under 17 years of age, and now we're a little more educated because of the talk shows with Oprah that we went through, and Dr. Field and stuff like that, even Ricky Lake and all of that. We realized that it wasn't so cool messing with the underage young ladies. I never had attraction for you, someone younger. I always looked and had attraction for older women, so I probably didn't have that problem, but then everybody that I with did. I'm going to expose somebody that we all forget about. Why I'll see this picture of JJ's with Aaliyah when she was underage. Why forgot about J. We only know about Damon Dash messing with Aaliyah and R. Kelly. But that ain't the only one that Jay had when she was underage. Why remember Fox Brown and Jay, and then Nell song with the link Saint Listic. But I'm just saying all that to say Foxy was young then as well, and so all of these the guys and the underage young ladies was running rapid in the 90s, and so that's all I remember. That's all I think about. Wendy Williams provided footage of the incident involving Diddy and Jay-Z involved in an adult actions with a young man. Wendy Williams, known for her talk show and often diving into celebrity gossip, has had a history of making bold claims or discussing controversies in the entertainment industry. What many people don't know is that Wendy Williams allegedly had a tape of Diddy and Jay-Z partaking in adult activities with a third very young-looking person. She leaked a screenshot of this freak-off tape back in the 90s on her radio station and told viewers to check out her website to see it for themselves. She only leaked one frame of the footage, since the actual tape itself was so bad it was almost criminal to possess and more than likely illegal to share. Wendy allegedly reported the tape to the police, who did nothing cause it was impossible to tell if the two people in the tape were the rappers since their face were covered. Unfortunately for Wendy, the news reports at the time echoed the authority sentiments, as they couldn't verify the people in this video either, but Wendy was convinced and doubled down outing Diddy as gay and into young boys before anyone else did, and all of this hit the fan years later. Diddy and Jay-Z are seen as emblematic of the dark side of the industry. The accusations against Jay-Z and Diddy represent a broader pattern of problematic behavior within the music industry. Diddy situation, it's like I'm just glued my seat, just waiting to see what's going to happen next. I'm waiting to see if was Jay-Z's part in it, and all this cause his name keep bringing him up as a society and a culture we've always heard and we've always suspected. We just haven't had the right information or the right leaks to continue with the investigations or continue with the allegations, as they would consider it. But at the end of the day, damn well Jay-Z's involved. We know how the industry works. It's not about conspiracies or nothing like that. It's just about reality. Like back in the day, we didn't have the technology that we have now, so we was always like, well, is it true? Is it because we didn't have the right things to we got you? These claims are not unique to Jay-Z and Diddy. Figures like R. Kelly, whose crimes were finally addressed in court, represent just how deeply these issues run within the music world. The industry has long faced criticism for fostering an environment where young women are particularly vulnerable to exploitation, and moguls like Jay-Z and Diddy have been accused of perpetuating that culture. I feel like when you think of Jay-Z, now you think of Beyonce, and Beyonce is our beloved, and you just don't want to think of Jay-Z. He's this rapper that started out in the projects. He kind of had his little gangster then he kind of elevated, married Beyonce. We all know his elevation now. He's, pushing black power and all these things and black-owned businesses and stuff like that. So I find it hard to believe that he would be dumb enough to allegedly, as Jaguar stated, get free pregnant. Abuse Jaguar. All these things that she is alleging, and she's saying that Jay-Z has really done worse things than Diddy. She has smoked for Jay-Z. She said that her husband, her very first husband, works with still to this day Jay-Z #1, and that he also, Jay-Z actually put him. Jay-Z and Beyonce are one of the most iconic power couples in the entertainment industry. However, their relationship has been far from smooth, with public controversies shedding light on its complexities. When they first started dating, the age gap between them, Beyonce was 19 and Jay-Z was in his early 30s, raised questions about the power dynamic at play. Despite this, their relationship evolved into a public partnership that grew alongside their careers. Out of body experience, like it's like, wow, like you really made it when you in the studio with Beyonce's offering you mother water fruit and and just chilling. So what's that? What's that session like? That session is just like you could imagine it be. Jay's quiet. He ain't the kind of dude to walk around the studio writing and thinking it's something. He sit there and he let the music get in him, and whatnot, and gurus at at the controls. I'm on the beat, B's over. They're chilling cool as she's so humble, you know what I mean, sweetheart, right? Jay will just be sitting up there humming. He'd be like making these little sounds, and then he'd just his hat to the side and be like, it's go time. It's like, all right, guru, I'm ready. That's simple. When he his hat that go in there and just start nailing that. I'm like, I ain't see this mother right, not one lyric. Their continued success, even in the face of such allegations, highlights how powerful individuals can avoid consequences as long as their influence remains intact. But Diddy was positioned, he was a powerful guy, so a lot of people position Theo to him as friends. But it's like, it ain't they job to say something like what they supposed to say. When you got all these wild outing they say is going to change what is going on. Jay-Z or Beyonce, whoever could come off tomorrow and say, I stand with Sean K. You like whoever future could come out tomorrow, I stand. It's not going to change what's been said and what's going on, so it's set. Like, rather somebody say something or not, what does it change? That's what 50th is basically saying, that Jay is like disassociate, just like because. I mean, we all black dog, and you'll see these dudes take pictures together. These are the billionaire class of guys. But we may be talking about a Rock Nation brunch from 6 years ago. We don't know if Diddy and Jay took a picture when the last time we seen them together. Fact, we don't know that we be going off. We seen off social media that's 10 years old and 20 years old. We don't know if they didn't kicked it in the last 5 years. They probably fell out, or we don't know, right? We don't know. So for me, and then some people don't stand by this kind of some in the street, like certain for real certain you can't stand Cuba Gooding on the PBD podcast claims that Diddy is stupid to do whatever he is doing, and he can't think that what he is doing is wrong. I wake up in the morning, I turn at St. Short Act Cuba Gooding Jr. I was like, excuse me, pull me into this. I think whatever he's dealing with, he's on his journey, man. I think that God has got him on a path where I can't imagine that he's stupid enough to do whatever he's doing and keep it on his premises. I think that the raid and all of that stuff, only time will tell who was involved, who had been a frequent guestin' in these places and areas. It's funny because my lawyer said every outlet in the world wants to talk to you and again, but I had never met him till probably 2019201920 just casually Claudine, and he invited his house. The pandemic was starting to ease and hadn't seen him since. That night where this guy with this picture that says that I had my shoulder on him, and all this stuff making it look sorted well, that picture everyone in the room, there's probably 300 of us on the deck of P. Diddy. I'm going to show you on PDI's boat New Year's Eve. I went from one ship. Happy New Year, so I hung out with Tyson, and next ship there's Drake. This ship had Petey, he had his guy, his videographer. They're listening to music. That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.